Hello, Paper and Glam family. Today we are going to be memory planning together. We are going to be playing with paper and stickers and recording our memories just like we've been doing for so long. And then also March is coming in hot. So I want to show you my new updates to how I've been tracking my habits. I released these habit trackers about a year ago, but I have like some new little routine upgrades I want to share with you too. So with that, let's get to it. If you are new, I'm Lisa Marie, and I make products for your planner, for your reading life, and for your Bible study. And I also have a membership around all of that, as well as seasonal living. We are all about working with the seasons of life and with the seasons of the year instead of kind of pushing against them or running ahead of them. So it's an art and a science, and we do it together. So I would love to see you in the Paper and Glam experience. And with that, let's get memory planning. So the first thing I want to update for this planning session is my habit tracker. I've made some enhancements since the last time we chatted about habit tracking. So if this is your first video with me, these are in the shop. They are digital, and the great thing about that is you can print them on sticker paper and or regular paper. And what I've been doing is putting them into Canva, typing up my habits, and then every month I simply just drag in a different habit tracker. So there's one for every month, and I don't have to rewrite all of my habits. I can just update any that I want to change. And then the other thing I added to my routine is I just added a little label here, also in Canva, for daily and weekly habits. So the weekly habits I've been blocking out just with washi. This time I used this vintagey rose looking washi because I thought it matched perfectly. So we'll be setting this guy up, and I gotta pick some good washi for my weekly. And then I'm going to cut this out. So I cut all of these out. So of course this is 8.5 by 11. I cut everything out to be 7 inches by 8.6 inches, or you can do 8.5. And that's because ultimately what I'm going to do is take all of the pages out of my daily planner that are used and archive them into my memory planner. So in my planning ecosystem, I have a day planner. So this is just the day that I'm working on, right? This is like the life that I'm building, the things that I plan to do, and this is what happened. And so at the end of the year, I will go ahead and just rip out the pages that were used, cut them down to this same size, 6-hole punch them, and then I will have like a beautiful complete record of the year. So that is our first assignment. So let's get to it. So before I cut that out, I thought I'd show you my layout for my daily planner really quick. So the first thing I have on just the first monthly page is the gathering calendar. This is for the clubhouse. So when you join the membership, you get a calendar every month that goes out with the clubhouse letter, and it has the live stream schedule. You can use it as a desktop. Just put the dates in your planner, go RSV to the gatherings, RSVP to the gatherings, and they'll go in your digital calendar if you'd like. My goal was to use this as a running to-do list, but so far the year has been just me running from like one immediate thing to the next. There hasn't been too much planning. And then, so when you open this spread, I have my mindset board. I like to make this at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the month, excuse me. And I use it for a lock screen in my phone, and then I print it out. And it just kind of is like the energy I want to curate this month. And then I haven't filled this out yet, but my goal, and I'll probably just do it at the end of the month, is to write out just the things that I'm proud of for the month, and that could be going into the month or coming out of the month. This little section here, I was thinking I could do the books that I read this month, and then just the favorite recipes that I made, so I can look back and see what my favorite seasonal recipes were. Ultimately, I want to do a monthly seasonal recipe book. So this I actually did on the monthly spread because I don't use a monthly spread, because I use this tool called the Seasonal Memory Calendar that is basically how I do all of my like big plans. It shows the entire year. It's you get access to it in the membership, and it's honestly one of the best planning tools I've created. Again, I've used it every year for almost 6 years. It's searchable, and it just makes me feel like I have a handle on the big things. So that is just kind of how I do my opening spreads. So we're going to start working on that now, just getting ready for March. So fresh month. Haven't done the gathering calendar yet. I'll do that later. Right now, I think it's the 17th. Um, so on this daily spread, or excuse me, this monthly spread here, I'm going to cut this out, pick out some washi, and get to planning. Okay, we have this guy cut down to size. And one thing I do is I white out anything that's like big and bold. So that was a big bold 03, and that will show through the sticker paper, but the little stuff won't. So that's just a little word to the wise. So I'm gonna glue this down next, and then I picked this out of this big giant apothecary jar full of washi I have in my craft room, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take the days out. So this is weekly, so this will just be weekends. Okay, so this washi's showing through a little more than I would like. So I'll go ahead and just white out the washi. So 1st through 7th here. Okay, we got everything whited out, and now we can start with our washi. And that's actually much easier because then you can see exactly where it goes, and just use your ruler if you want to create the same weekly habit tracker or a weekly portion on a daily habit tracker. Okie doke, we have a habit tracker. And then if I want to make it match February, then I'll just put another line of washi across the top. And that will be that. And then keeping in mind I'm going to punch this eventually. It might be good to move it down a little, or I can do that later when I actually punch it all at the end of the year. When it gets its 6-hole punch in its archive. And then I just archive them in the Project Life binders that I showed in the last video. So if you're curious about that process, I showed it there. Okay, first piece of March setup is a wrap. Okay, let's get to recording some memories. The last few weeks I guess the last 2 weeks, I've just been tucking little ephemera items in here to use either in this memory planner or in a junk journal. So I have some Valentine cards. I think I will use in a card journal. I did a little video on the birthday one if you want to see what I'm talking about, and eventually I will definitely get to the tutorial because I want to do a Valentine one and then a Christmas one too, and just collect all of my cards. I'm thinking they'll be a little thick, but if you have cards you're not sure what to do with, you could easily 6-hole punch them and put them right in with your planner archive. And I like to do that for kind of like one-off cards I receive that are not tied to any particular holiday. So I'll set those aside for a future crafting endeavor. And then I started a new journal. So I thought it would be fun to maybe put like a quote on the back and like punch it. So it's just kind of like a little, I don't know, a little interactive edition from something that is real life. My goal for this memory planner is just to use little items from real life alongside stickers, of course. And then I got these stickers at Trader Joe's, and they're really cute. They say like, my butter half, hugs and quiches. Oh no, Whole Foods, just kidding, not Trader Joe's, but I thought they were cute. And then I got a new water heater. I did not have hot water over the weekend, and it was no fun, but I now at least have a water heater that will fill my soaking tub. So, you win some, you lose some. But over the weekend, I was adulting in expert mode to say the least, because when you don't have hot water, it's, of course, you can't really shower. It's like ice cold here. It's been in the 30s, and yeah, laundry, dishes, all a bit problematic. But you know, that is what makes everyday life, you know, what makes up everyday life. So I want to use little pieces like this. Okay, so I cut this to 1.9. So these boxes are 1.9 by 1.5. And I'm not sure I'm going to get to a monthly layout this February, and that's okay. So I think I'm just going to remove these pages and just put them in the back. I'll use them next year. Nothing is wasted. And I'm just going to start with a nice clean layout for this week. And that was the first thing I did Monday morning, or I guess I didn't do it, but there's about a 3 or 4 hour water heater installation. So I'm going to glue that in. It's a little bit wide, but I can't really cut it down because it, you know, it will go into the other box. Or excuse me, I can't cut it down because, you know, I'll lose the writing. But this is kind of all the fun, creative problems, quote problems, that you know, make creating fun. It's just the play of it and seeing what comes of everything. So, all right. So theoretically, I want that guy to go somewhere here. Maybe I'll let it overlap onto this side. That probably will look the best. And then I'm just going to slowly start kind of filling in all the little moments from the week so far. So before I get started, I'm just going to take the layout out of the binder. I think that's the joy of having a binder system, is adding, removing pages, not having to worry about completion, and just being able to move things around a little bit easier, especially when you write on things, which I'm going to. So other happenings this week is we finished The Most Famous Girl in the World in the clubhouse and then had a chat on it. So you can see my tabs, which of course have to match the cover of the book. And then I have one more quote I need to highlight that I think Jana read during the gathering. So I want to add a review for finishing The Most Famous Girl in the World, and then a sticker for the book club live stream. So we'll start with literary things and go through the February sticker binder here. So I definitely want to look at Glam Reads to get a sticker for a book review, and then I want a sticker for the live stream. So maybe that one. We'll see. We'll do the first thing first is finishing the book. So we'll do my little review. I think since there's red in this guy, I'll use one of the red and pinks. Okay, I actually did this twice because the first time I was coloring in with my Micron pen, and I use the Micron pens for writing in all of my stickers, writing on all of my stickers. It's the same pen I've always used, so the O2 Micron. There we go. And then I decided to use the pink Micron instead, so I changed my mind. So this book is a satire of the Anna Delvey story. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but there's a documentary about it on Netflix I've got to watch called Inventing Anna, and I actually did not know that. I learned that at book club. So that's the fun of book club, is I always learn things about the books that went completely over my head. So the main thing I did on Monday night after I got myself together from not having hot water was finish the book and then send out the discussion guide. So there we go, that's that. And if you love the Glam Read stickers, they are sold out in physical, but they are, of course, always available in digital. Everything is available in digital. And then I need some sort of glam plans for the middle, since I was just doing laundry and dishes and taking a shower and kind of doing all the weekend things. So maybe like something like this that I can write on, or the Glam Plans list stickers, if I can find them. I also want to do some date covers. Let's see. Might use the red floral date covers since we have lots of red going here. So I'll pull those out. Let's see. Monday was the
let's see. Oh wait, no. Let's see. Can I combine these two and have enough stickers? Let's see. Or should I just write? I can just write the dates in the little hearts too. Okay, Monday was the 16th, so let's see. Nope, I'm missing the 17th, so I'll go ahead and just write in the dates on here and put them in. These are sold out in physical, also always available in digital, or I could use the little dates from the headers too. So I'll pull those out for my next assignment and put them to the side here. And then Glam plans, back to Core Glam. Most of the Core Glam's in stock for February if you want to grab it, and then of course digital and physical. So I was thinking of using one of these, just writing like shower, dishes, laundry, etc. Okay, so I just filled out this little sticker, this binder paper sticker, trying to get it off without smearing it. There we go. And put that here in the middle, carefully. Microns don't smear except for immediately after you use them, which is of course when you're at risk for smearing them. Okay, I didn't get that on perfect, but that's okay. So that was the essence of Monday, captured in all of its everyday magic. It was extra Monday feeling. Okay, next was the next thing that I kind of want to record, and I'm just focusing on like 3 everyday moments from the day. That's my goal. Just kind of capture the heart of the week, all the little memories, just with stickers and writing and whatever you know, comes in like a business card. So then the next morning I filmed the beginning of this video and was like setting up my journal as you saw. So I think I'll use the little camera, but I have to navigate this business card. So I need like, you know, some basics and a little camera. Maybe I'll do it long ways. Maybe I'll do basics long ways. Use one of these guys long. Let's see how that looks. Will it fit if I do that? Let's see. Oh, winning. Yes. This is what makes creativity fun, guys. All the little playful problem solving, although problem's kind of a heavy word. We can rename that. Creative solution finding. Being type awesome, I had to write it 3 times to get it to fit. My pen was pretty thick for writing in this little spot. I've never used one sideways like this, I don't think, so that's fun. Okay, so, oh no, there we go. These stickers are really forgiving if you need to pull them up. All right, so that guy's down. This guy we'll glue in with a tape runner. I just use the Tombow tape runners. I like that I can get the refills at Michael's, and my house is actually really close to a Michael's, so that is helpful. All right, let me do this over here so I don't smear that. Let me keep it out of my range. Okay, that guy's down. Now I need my camera sticker and maybe like a planner sticker for the bottom of there. So on Glam Office, there are planner stickers, and these are, there are planner stickers, of course there are planner stickers, but there is a sticker of a planner, and so we'll use that guy. I think I'll use the floral, so then it'll match my date covers, which is fun. And then maybe the camera icon, so let's see, maybe that guy there. Let me get my vlog stickers. These ones are just in digital. Because the pink is just, it is blending. Oh, look, I have had this problem before. Future me had this same thought. So these are from 2016. I did release them back in 2016, but Apparently I was the only one who wanted to use them. You can see like the Snapchat icon, and I don't even remember what this was, or this for that matter, and the bird. Okay, so we'll get some contrast with the red. There we go. Okay, my seasonal heart is happy. Next, I'm going to go through and add my dates. All right, I've got all my dates written in. And if you don't want to use date covers, of course, you can just write your dates up above the day of the week. So I'm just going to cover that guy. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to do the first half of the week, and I'll pick up the rest during my next session. So I keep my sticker binder in alphabetical order so that I can easily find things, since there's so many stickers for each collection. Okay, next, ooh, do we have a little smear? We have a little smear, guys. Let's wipe it off. There we go. Another Type Awesome crisis averted. Okay, so next I finished an overhaul on the P&G website. So all of the language on the site is brand spanking new, little new era upgrade. So I definitely need some work stickers. I'm thinking of the laptop that says Paper and Glam on it because I overhauled the site and probably combined with a basic. So back to basics. I guess we'll use some blue since I added blue here. We'll keep it running. Before I add more, I decided we needed some box sticker energy. We haven't used any like big designs to complete everything yet. So Wednesday, here are our options. Wednesday, I was so cold. I took a bath because it was freezing in my house. This is single pane window problems. Homeownership problems. So it also was Ash Wednesday though, so we can use this bless sticker or the bathtub. I think I'll use the bathtub sticker because we need some art to complement all this text. And then we'll go back to choosing a little basic sticker. So this was my first bath with my new water heater. Oh, I had a 40-gallon water heater, you guys. I don't even think they make those anymore. It was a 40-gallon water heater from 2007, and it just gave up on me. Other thing I did on Tuesday before finishing the site was started working on my spring decor. I do a home tour and then like a monthly photo shoot every month. So photo shoot once, and those are like the images that go in the clubhouse and out in the emails. And so we need to incorporate a little spring stickers, and I think those I'll put right here in the middle. So we have spring is in the air. What are their options? These are, I think this was like the 2017 collection, so these are a few years old. The last couple March collections sold out before I got my hands on them, but we do have a spring decor sticker, so that's fun. Okay, prayers up that we have a sticker restock for next spring, but also everything's in digital, so you can print and stick to your heart's content. Okay, I jumped ahead and put a book club sticker down. So those book club stickers are on the Glam Reads stickers. It's like the little iPad with the February book. And then I just layered that on top of a Glam Basics here. And then I want to put some washi along the bottom. I'm going to use the blue just to tie in all the blue a little bit. So I'm going to line this up with the bottom here. You could also use the bottom for your dinner plans, or how many pages you read, or your devotional, or what Bible scripture you read. Anything like that is how I've used the bottom. I've also used it for countdown stickers before, which is fun. Or if you just want to keep it simple, then washi always does the job. The physical washi just sold out, but of course digital is always in the house. So I'll do this on the other side for when I get to the back end of the week. Okay, and I'm going to trim this a little bit instead of using my ruler. So there we go. So before book club, I made cowboy butter pasta, which is a new recipe. So I think that is definitely a memory worth recording. And then I'm going to put a meal plan sticker on top of it. Carefully not to smear the text. So I have my little cutting boards here, and we use red and pink. And these are in stock both in digital and physical if you like them. It also has a second page, the meal planning stickers, so you can plan your whole week. I think I have these at the back. Yeah, I do. Right there, that's page 2. So you have your meal plan and you have your meal prep. And then we'll do spring decor and then finishing the website. Okay, so I started spring decor here, and I thought I'd add a little house sticker too, just to give it a little more dimension. And then maybe we add a little something down there, or just leave it blank with some white space. Okay, I'm just adding some more little embellishments. I added a bed here because that is when I put clean sheets on the bed and it felt so good. I'm going to use the Ash Wednesday cross because we need some way to denote that Ash Wednesday started. So we'll just put that up here. Or we could always put it down below too. Down here. Uh-oh. There actually is a word sticker. You know what? We're going to be more inventive and look at the Seasonal Glam Monthly, because I think there's an Ash Wednesday sticker I haven't used. Is there? Let's see. Depends what year these are from, and if Ash Wednesday fell in February. It looks like it did not fall in February. Let's see. Maybe there's one in March. Let's look. We'll see what is left over. Is there Ash Wednesday on these? We have spring decor, which I can use again when I do my next spring installment. No. So because Ash Wednesday used to move, or still moves, I would move it every year since there was a whole new collection for every month of the year for 5 years. When the new stickers come out, though, they're going to be evergreen, so they're a little bit less labor intensive, and each month we'll just have a kind of theme. So March will be spring, and we'll put Ash Wednesday in February. As I was designing, I was like asking ChatGPT, I was like, how often does Ash Wednesday fall in February as opposed to March? So I'll just put it in the place where it most usually occurs. Okay, so that plan did not come to fruition, but that's okay. We'll go back to the original deliberation, putting it down here. Put it right here so it stands out a little bit. Okay, one last sticker here to finish recording Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the sidebar. My idea is it'll probably change from week to week, but like if a Bible verse stuck out to me or a quote from a book that kind of feels like it embodied the energy of the week. Yeah, I haven't decided. So as I get farther into the week, I'll decide. It's Thursday morning right now, so I'm just finishing the first half, and probably on Saturday or Sunday when I have some memory keeping moments, I'll come back and circle back. I do want to add this spring looking wreath over here for a little more, so it kind of looks like home decor is in process, which it very much was. I just kind of laid everything out, took a peek at what I had and what I might want to add for my spring home tour. Since I do a home tour every month, I like to make the energy feel new and different without, like, of course, replacing everything. So kind of everything mishmashed together feels about right. And then last but not least, we'll do finishing the website. So I think I'm going to use these big laptop stickers after all. So maybe like a blue one, the blue laptop sticker, and then just write on it. Okay, website update complete with a little laptop sticker. And then I think I'm going to use a currently reading sticker to complete this layout, because since I finished The Most Famous Girl in the World on Monday, I started Elaine de Botton's On Love, which is so good. It is a fiction book, and it lost the title vote against The Most Famous Girl in the World, and I think it was Simone de Beauvoir, Woman Destroyed. And so, yeah, it's already so good. I think I'm going to use one of the quotes for sure in this spread somehow. I think I'll either like print it on sticker paper and put it like on the back of here, or maybe put it in the corner here, although, or sorry, on the side here, although I think that might be a lot of text, because there's this like beautiful quote that communicates so wonderfully how I feel about memory keeping. And it talks about art. So it says, "It lies in the power of art to honor the elusive but real value of ordinary life. It can teach us to be more just towards ourselves as we endeavor to make the best of our circumstances. Art can do the opposite of glamorizing the unattainable. It can reawaken us to the genuine merit of life as we're forced to live it." And I thought that was just perfect. And then I love this quote down here that says, "Literature would not work if we were all more different than we are alike." So that's also another good quote for just like a book club week. So anyway, definitely want to record something about this. And so I'm going to go ahead and write On Love on one of these stickers. The blue will be too close. We have that guy, that same pattern here. So, and then we have that same pattern above. So I guess we'll do hearts. Okay, that does it for the first half of the week in the books. And just reading that quote seemed absolutely perfect for being back in the saddle, doing memory planning for YouTube. I hope this was quite nostalgic and fun, and just re-inspired you to record the everyday moments.
Okay, sisters, I hope that was fun and life-giving and just gave you the permission you may have needed to record your life as it's actually unfolding, even when you are having a week like I had where you're adulting in expert mode without hot water. So also, if you are a woman who is dedicated to staying in the Word of God, building a literary lifestyle or curating your literary lifestyle and living seasonally, I created the Paper and Glam experience for you. Or if you want to be more dedicated to those things, I also created the Paper and Glam experience for you. And I would love to see you there, where we'll continue this conversation and hang out in the clubhouse, and we'll hang out every Wednesday night live and all of that good stuff. So with that, I'm going to go send home some planners and some stickers, and I can't wait to plan again with you soon. So stay tuned for part 2.